Hello, Kubrick Lover 1972 here. Of course, you know me as Brian. This was a topic that was brought up by Bob, Robert Harrison 2.0 of, that's his YouTube channel, I believe. And Bob brought up this topic that he wanted people to participate in, including including the group he's part of called the Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film, which includes Mike, Grade 1951, Ian, Forkerball, James, Movie Collector 1973, I think maybe is still his title. I can't remember. Jay, Blu-ray Jay, yeah, that's his name on YouTube. Harry, Maca Photos, let's see, Jay, Harry, Ian, James, Mike, and Bob. So I think I covered everybody. And then of course Bob was mentioning Julie, who does streams. I think every Saturday. I think she's on the Film Appreciation Group, and there's some other people that have joined the Film Appreciation Group. I guess Bob wants people to really participate in this topics. But anyways, I'm digressing. So anyways, the topic that was brought up was, what was the first film you noticed the cinematography in? And I think maybe I sort of unconsciously, I didn't really get, I don't know if I really got into the nitty gritty of filmmaking and how films were made until I would say the mid to later 80s. But I think the one that was sort of branded on my brain at the very start of my life, when I was watching movies, was this one, The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, I could say Star Wars, A New Hope, but I think it's more, I think it made more of a mark on me with The Empire Strikes Back. I think it's because, I think it's because of the maybe the huge contrasts with the worlds you see in the film, such as the ice planet of Hoth, the swampy, misty nature of Dagobah, the pristine Cloud City, and the dark, cavernous areas of Cloud City when Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker are fighting each other. So that's a film I probably would choose, but I would choose other ones as well that I just want would want to accompany with this. And some of these are very obvious ones for cinematography that you would notice. Of course, Lawrence of Arabia, Apocalypse Now, Barry Lyndon, The Conformist, Last Emperor, Blade Runner, Citizen Kane, Casablanca. There's a lot of them. I probably could go on and on and on and on, you know, talking about them. Seventh Seal, but yeah. So you know, just there are a ton of movies I could think of, and just to I'm going to put I think I'm going to put pictures with this video. I don't think I'll be infringing copyright issues because I'm just showing still pictures. I don't know, but I think it'll be no problem. I've done that a few times with my videos. I've shown still pictures from movies. But anyways, what was the movie I was going to? Oh, Barry Lyndon. Yes, Barry Lyndon is like one of the most distinct films you can really watch on the issue of cinematography, because Kubrick he put in he found out about these Zeiss lenses that were made by NASA for their satellites, and he took the Zeiss lenses and he had them specially put into Mitchell cameras that were no longer used, according to the Stanley Kubrick documentary I have that's on my Kubrick box set. And he took the Zeiss lenses and he put them in these Mitchell cameras, I guess because they could accommodate a lot of light into the lens. And you can see this in a scene. I mean, well, in the 70s, for example, they didn't have as fast film stocks as they did later, a decade or so later. So I guess, with period films, they'd have to use artificial light so they would get sufficient amounts of light into scenes of when that took place at night. And you can see this, that I think Kubrick was the director that used available light, but I can't remember if I'm totally correct on that. But reading the books on Kubrick that I did when I was younger, I believe he's a director that was a big fan of using available light. In any case, you can see how Barry Lyndon really takes advantage of the available light situation, such as the scene where Redman is playing cards with Lady Lyndon, and you can see them looking at each other across the table, and then she goes outside to take a breath on the outside of the whatever it is, mansion or castle, whatever. And Barry goes out there, or Redmond goes out there, and it's in the moonlight, and you can see the two of them, commence on their relationship. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kubrick used actual moonlight for that scene. Who knows, though? Probably. I don't know. If you know, you can make a comment below. Yeah, so that's probably one of the most distinct films, and you'll also notice, as Harry mentioned, you can also notice that cinematography can be really appreciated now with Blu-rays. You can pick up on the colors much better, and films that like I saw that I guess Harry was familiar with as well at the time, like Lawrence of Arabia. At the first time I saw it was on VHS and was chopped up in a pan and scanned version, and then I saw it on VHS I saw it twice. I saw it twice in the theaters. Once in the 90s with the director's cut by David Lean, and once in the 2000s. In the 2000s, I saw it I think it was the intro by Martin Scorsese, and I've had Lawrence of Arabia in a few editions. I had it on VHS in pan and scan, and then I had it on VHS with a documentary called Blood and Sand or Wind and Sand. I don't know, but anyways, and then I got it on DVD. I got it first on DVD, and I think Spielberg was in the special features, and then they released, I think it's the 50th anniversary or 60th anniversary. It's this huge white box set. I guess I'll insert a picture in here. And anyways, that one is the Blu-ray, and it looks beautiful. And films like Lawrence of Arabia, a film like The Spy Who Loved Me that I watched a lot. I ruined the tape so much watching it. But it kind of suffers because, like, in the scene where Agent Triple X, played by Barbara Bach, and Roger Moore's James Bond are trying to get the microfilm from a guy named Max Kalba at his club. You only see the slivers of their faces in one shot. And but I would later see it in widescreen and be much more appreciative of. I'd be much more appreciative of how it looked. And also, other films are quite obvious. The Star Wars first, A New Hope, the first one. It really, really does help when you see it in widescreen. So I guess I cover that topic well, because the cinematography starting off in the 50s, they started because of TV and a square screen. They had to come up with some scenario that would help them to keep the box office alive. So that's how they managed to bring people back to the theaters, with widescreen movies and other things too in the years to come, like 3D, for example. So I've gone on 10 minutes. I think I've said it enough. I'm going to put some pictures with this video. I think it make it kind of more interesting. Anyways, I'm looking forward to whomever participates in this. And without saying anything much more, I'm going to go now and have a good day. Bye now.